So we're continuing the theme of coaching, inspiration, and that's why we've got good friends, Bill Auerbach of Coaching Right Now, joining me here in studio. Bill, welcome back to the program.
Shalom, thank you for having me. Great to be here.
So we started the conversation about coaching earlier in the program, but why does a small business owner need a coach?
You know, I have to tell you, I was thinking about this before I showed up today, and as I'm sitting in traffic, besides the fact getting aggravated because I was moving late, but forget about that, a bus moves by, and the bus actually had right across the side of it, Coach. And I thought to myself, you know, it's interesting because buses and the bus companies are often called coaches. And it's such a clear metaphor because in order to get from point A to point Z, and all entrepreneurs, you know, you kind of get out there, you have the dreams, you're excited. But to really be able to get from where you are today and where you want to be is a series of a lot of steps. And to be able to have somebody who's been where you are, who's experienced what you're about to experience, at least to be able to give you some perspective that can help you make better decisions quicker, that's completely it's invaluable. I mean, and that's been successful for me in my career.
Is coaching and mentoring two different things?
You know, it's interesting that it gets defined as different ways depending on who you talk to. Some people will say that a coach is somebody who's sort of outside of an organization, a mentor sometimes is in an organization. As far as I'm concerned, it's about people helping people. The labels themselves, you can look it up. You can go on Wikipedia. I'm sure they have a lot of real smart academic types who will tell you the difference. But ultimately, I think it's really about having somebody you can connect to and somebody who builds that relationship, creates trust, who you're willing to say, hey, I don't know how to do this. Help me go from where I am today and where I want to go tomorrow.
So I work with a lot of nonprofits. I know you do as well. We just heard from the fantastic Avi Lesser, who's the Keshet ambassador. And in nonprofit organizations, there's a term that's used a great deal. It's called development. Mm-hmm. And I like to think that what a coach does is develop a professional, develop a business, move it, as you said, from point A to point Z and all the steps in between. Would you agree?
100%. I mean, the development to me is about growth. It's about building skills. It's about being better than you were on day one to day two to whatever. And the whole idea of being able to develop yourself and to grow and to have somebody who can help you do that, that to me is what a coach is about. And whether the organization, however its business model is, whether it makes money or it doesn't make money, it's all about people. It comes down to people. It comes down to relationships. And if you think about it in life in and of itself, the relationships that we have, those real important key relationships, the ones that really make a difference in our lives, those are the ones that we think about. Those are the ones that when you take a look back and you say, boy, that's why I am where I am today, because I had those people who really believed in me and really sort of helped me, and sometimes had to kick me too. But it's what we need to get to be better, to move ahead.
So on this show, we talk to a lot of professionals with a lot of different talents and a lot of different personalities. You're saying that coaching is a good thing. For lack of a better term, you're a coaching matchmaker because you're trying to connect the dots between professionals that are at various stages in their business, mm-hmm. As well as coaches that have various skills and information and advice for those professionals. How do you connect the dots? How do you make sure that the right business is getting the right coach?
Well, actually, what we do is not only do the matchmaking, we also take responsibility for making sure that the coaches that we bring to the table really operate as a team. Because really, ultimately, if you're in a business, and the people we focus on are either in smaller to mid-sized businesses, certainly in very large companies too, the mid-level, the people who are not getting exposed to coaches, the people who have a lot of responsibility, but don't necessarily know how to succeed through other people. And so what we will do is come in, understand, really, again, build that relationship with the client to understand what it is that they're trying to accomplish, how are they going to measure it, how are they going to know that it's successful, because if you can't measure it, you can't manage it, and you can't improve upon it. And then by doing that, we're able to then say, okay, let's talk about what type of people do you think would be the most effective coaches for the people in your organization. And then we come back and we'll bring a recommended list that gets approved by the company, but ultimately the people are going to be coached. They get to choose who the coach is.
So we're talking with Bill Auerbach of Coaching Right Now, and you've created a very interesting platform. Probably when most people think coaching, they're thinking of, well, maybe this isn't how everybody thinks. I think about Starbucks, and I think about all the people that are sitting together. They're having deep, deep conversations. But the reality is that you can have a coach from anywhere, and you could have a business or a professional from anywhere, and you're connecting the dots.
Yes.
All over the world.
Our model is that it's virtual. So all the coaching that happens is all done through video conferencing. A lot of people will tell me, boy, don't you need to be in the same room with somebody? The answer is, yeah, that's nice, but we live in a global world now. and you can get really good people to help other people who need help, but they could be absolutely anywhere. So by utilizing the video technology, which is only getting better and better, and particularly you talk about the sort of the millennial generation, or the people sort of under between 25 and 45, they're used to using this. This is how they connect with folks. And so our entire platform, our entire model is by connecting people, and all the coaching happens virtually through video conferencing. So you still see people face to face, but it enables it to have a much larger, scalable, distributable model. And it's really catching fire primarily because we are helping people who otherwise would not know who to go to, would not otherwise have somebody they can talk to.
And it sounds like this is a amazing technology, probably a technology that probably only big businesses can reach, or perhaps small businesses as well.
Anybody can. These days, I mean, our business is technologically agnostic, so we actually use whatever is the most appropriate for companies, whether it be FaceTime or it be Skype or it be a million of different ones that are available. Frankly, I think I mentioned to you, I believe in about 5 years you'll be able to, have like Star Wars, have the coach sort of come as a hologram across the table from you. But the technology is actually is very available, and it's built into the PDAs that we get, and whether it be the phone, tablets, computers. So it's such a ubiquitous part of our society that anyone can participate in it.
Great advice from Bill Auerbach of Coaching Right Now. So, Bill, if people want to learn more about coaching, perhaps even get connected to a coach, how can people contact you?
Well, they can go to our website at www.coachingrightnow.com. That's coaching, COACHINGRIGHT now.com, or they can email me at bill@coachingrightnow.com.
All right,
we'd love
fantastic.
to help you.
Coachingrightnow.com, revolutionizing the area of coaching, which is so important for businesses and professionals. After the break, as promised, I've got some more tips, advice, and information for all of you entrepreneurs. Don't touch that dial. You're listening to Get Down to Business.